It's Neighborhood Princess, and welcome to another Vera Bradley haul. This one comes from the recent online outlet sale and is a decent sized haul. The first several items I got were actually smalls, I call them smalls, for the gift pile, and they could be for any number of different gifts. And the first I got is 5 of these pens. They're all the same. They are the Go Fish Blue metal twist pen. They are refill capable and they do have black ink. They retail for 20 bucks, but I got them for obviously much less than that. But they're just the geometric print with the fishies. I find that these are quite gender neutral, really, but great pens. So I grabbed them for my gift pile. And then I also grabbed 2 lanyards. And these lanyards are in the color Raspberry Radiance. And if you're wondering what that looks like, I grabbed all my purple microfiber lanyards. So we have here, we have elderberry, we have gloxinia, and we have another purple. So there's those 3. And then the lightest of these is a little bit more pinky. This one, the lighter one, is the Raspberry Radiance. So when you look at the 4 purples, if you will, it did, obviously I bought one in one of the previous sales for myself. So there's that, and then I just grabbed 2 to put in the gift pile because they were like, I don't know, $2 or something. They were such a great price that it was really worth adding to the collection for, whatever. And then I also grabbed 3 of the scattered Wildflowers tape measures, and this one's mine, I already have. And what they look like is they have a ribbon zipper pull, if you will, but it's not a zipper. And they have the 2-sided, so you have centimeters and inches. And they just pull out and they hold out, and then you can't see it. This is a quilted cotton, but in the middle there's a button, so you just push the button and it sucks back in, it retracts. So just like that, it auto retracts. So really nifty little things. They're great for a purse or a little thing, but perfect little gift for, I grabbed them for my nurse pile, honestly, but they're also good for gal pals, whatever. So nice little set of smalls for future. And then this one, of course, is mine that I haven't used. I have other ones. In this order, Vera did send out one of the thread up set things. So you can send it up, you activate your bag, fill it up, turn it in, and then you earn credit for future Vera purchases. It doesn't have to be Vera stuff. It could be other like clothes or whatever. I have not done this yet. I've heard good things from people. We'll see. I'm going to keep it for future. And the rest of this is all for me, not gifts. Yeah, I feel selfish when I start looking at how much stuff I've been buying. But this first thing is the Brilliant Birdie Bag Charm in Rainforest Canopy. It says Rainforest Canopy Navy, which is ironic because it's very not navy. But it's just a cute little pink bird. This goes very, very nicely, obviously, with the Rainforest Canopy. I have the utility backpack and a little crossbody. So I thought this would just be a nice little thing. Coincidentally, it also matches other things because it's just that pink and teal, so it could match even with things like hanging around because it has those pinks in the pattern, things like that. It has a zipper, so it is a functional bag charm, and it's not very big. I actually like the size of it compared to some of the previous that are just quite large. This one is functional. You could put earbuds in here, you could put a chapstick. It's not big enough for a hand sanitizer unless you have like some little one, like my little spray bottle one, the skinny one that's like, it's like a finger. You could put that in there. But it's, yeah, so you could use it as a coin purse. You could use it for things like that, but there you go. It has the big quick release ring on it, and then it has the spinny connection on it. So that's a nice fun bag charm to add to the collection. And speaking of lanyards, yeah, because I don't have enough of them already, but some of these are my favorite patterns recently. One is Haymarket Paisley. So I've got both the cotton and the Lighten up. So yeah, I know that sounds silly to be redundant, but the coloring is slightly different. It's just a little bit more vivid on the cotton, but sometimes you want that lighter or that Lighten up material. So I went ahead and got both because it is one of my favorite patterns and it's a diverse pattern. So even when you look at it, like they have different bits of the pattern. So one has more of like the teals and greens and the other has more of like blues and reds. So I can choose. And then I got, of course, the zip IDs for both. And so when you look at it, I don't know if you can tell, but I can without even touching it. This one's the cotton one. See how it's just a little bit more vivid coloring? And this one right here is the Lighten Up. But right there, see, it looks like two different patterns because they're both nice jeweled colors and they are a Paisley thing, but it's like two different patterns. They don't look at all the same. They are, but that's a cool thing about this pattern. So I got the lanyards and zip IDs to match each other to add to my collection. A zip ID for every occasion. And then I got the scattered wildflowers. This is one of my recent favorites. It's so simple, it's dressy, but also casual. It's just sort of fun. It's a dark background with the light florals. Kind of reminds me a lot of Petite Garden, actually, although there's no snails or anything in it. It's just flowers. But it's just a nice pattern, and I do love it. And I think it matches a lot of things. So I got the lanyard and the zip ID. Now, this is a factory style, so it does have still the older style of clips on them. I honestly like these better than the retail side. And here's one. Those raspberry Radiance are from the retail side, so I can show you there. So it has a newer style clip, which is okay, it's fine, but it's definitely two-handed, whereas this one could be one-handed opening, you know, so I could clip things on and off. This one, you kind of got to hold it steady. They both have a spin on them, so it's not that. They're slightly different sizes, so depending on what you're clipping on, one might be more advantageous than the other. They both say Vera Bradley on them, I think. No, I take that back. This one does. And this one does not. Yeah, I'm looking at that. My other one. But the ring does still say Vera Bradley, and that's true for both of them. They actually have the same exact ring. So anyway, there's some differences there, but just chalk it up to normal variances. But I do love that Scattered Wildflowers, and I love backpacks. So I did have to get the large essential backpack. This is the cotton version. I would honestly have liked to have had it in Lighten Up, but I love the cotton, of course. And this is still cotton. It's not the recycled cotton, at least not as far as I know. Yep, essential large backpack. Retails for $155. Of course, I did not pay anywhere near that. But again, I just love this pattern. It's just so happy. Like, even though there's not anything purple in here, I think I would totally wear it even with this outfit. So anyway, it's roughly equivalent to the extra large campus. It's sort of kind of in between the campus and the extra large campus backpacks. It is a nice medium between the two, I would say. It has a straight pocket on the front. There's the interior. It is sort of a nylon interior with a light color. And you can't see it very well, but it has the VB diamonds on this nylon pattern. Then it has this zipper pocket, zips around. Look how far it zips, like halfway down, so you can really open up that pocket. I like that about this pocket. It has a big slip and then 4 pen slots. And a couple of these are wide enough. You might even be able to fit a highlighter. I'm not sure because I haven't tried that lately. But this pocket has its own gusset to it as well. So you can see right there, it's like almost 2 fingers thick. So you can put other pouches and things in there. And it's a very functional pocket. I like it. You can put your wallet, whatever. There you go. Up on top, it has almost like this little hidden zipper, and it's a hooded zipper area, and so it's a little pocket. And this one only goes down to about the top of this pocket. So it's kind of like a wallet or sunglasses or maybe keys in that pocket there. But it's a nice little hooded zipper that just kind of tucks away discreetly right there. Both sides have a nice elastic cargo pocket. It's generously sized, and I think they fit all the water bottles I have very nicely. Not a problem at all. And then the main pocket is a double zipper, and it opens. It zips all the way down to the top of the cargo pocket on the side. And when you open it up, you have a few things. You have a privacy pocket on the top, and this privacy pocket goes down right about to where that front bends down to. So right about to here. So it's that top half of the back wall. And then the front side has 2 slips on it. So 1 and 2, and they just go down to right there. So you can see that right there. And this bag is actually quite large. So when you look at that space, look what I mean. This is why I say it's between the 2 and probably closer to the XL. Look at the size of that. So you have 3 sections, which you can see clearly on the bottom of this. You have that front pocket, which we looked at with its own gusset. This is the main section right here. And then this part back here, this is the laptop section, which you can use for whatever, but it's a second compartment with a side entry, and it is a padded compartment, padded front and back. So there you go, nice padding between the 2 compartments. And it's just a nice straight side zipper, very smooth. I love these smooth nylon zippers. Okay, so we'll zip this up. And then it has a top carry handle. It is quilted and doubled over, so it has a little bit of padding to it. And because of this back padded section, the bag itself has a little bit of structure to it. So it actually can stand up. It's not super structured, but it does have that padding, which gives it a little bit of extra. The back is quilted. It's just this big X kind of running through the middle. What that does do, though, is those quilted seams give it a little bit of airflow channel, potentially. It's not meshed or anything, so it will be just cotton up against your back, but it is padded, so I think it's quite comfortable. And the straps are ergonomic. They're not super fancy, but they do have an ergonomic shape. They are padded, and they're well equipped, I think. They have plastic fittings and a woven strap. It is kind of like a seatbelt strap. But it's very comfortable and a wide adjustability on it. So it fits a big girl like me, no problem at all. But there you go. So that's the large essential, or essential large. Anyways, that's the big backpack. And if you're not familiar, the factory style or the outlet version, they have a compact essential, the essential, and then the large essential. So it's kind of like their small, medium, and large backpacks. The next item I got, this is a travel scarf. Scarf, it says. Honestly, I would call it a travel blanket or just a blanket. This is a very lightweight, very good size for travel. I just got one of these in the previous outlet haul. I'll put it up here. But the other one I got was like a Bloom Shower, I think it was called. It had like purples and blues. This one is Felicity Paisley, so it has like the pinks and the navy colors in it. So very, very nice. And it is a breast cancer pattern, so there is that. But it's just that thin muslin sort of, it's 100% cotton. So it's just kind of a double layer of the muslin fabric, so like baby blankets and whatnot. I think it's quite comfortable, and it does keep you warm, but it's soft. I just like them a lot. I think it'll be even better after you wash it, because this one is, I'm not worried about it peeling or pilling. It'll just be a little bit softer. It's not stiff, but I think it'll, kind of like a break-in, if you will. These can be super, super comfy. And because it's not super bulky, you can take it on a trip quite easily. And it opens up just like the other one. So if you watch the other video, you can see how big it is. It's quite large. All right. And it doesn't say on there the size of it. But anyway. All right. And you can see, let me real quick, this is a tote in Felicity Paisley. So it's like the light version and the dark version. Very complementary one to the other. So that's kind of fun too. So this tote is called the Tote Bag. And it says it retails for $60. I was surprised to see it show up so soon in the online outlet sale. It's about the size of a small Vera, but it is simpler than that. It's a little bit simpler bag, but it is roughly that same size. And it's just such a pretty thing. It has that like charcoal gray background, but this beautiful bright florals and paisleys. I think it's quite nice. And again, it is a breast cancer pattern, which you could see with all the pinks. But I like that it's not just pink, actually. It's one of those pretty kind of patterns. Unlike the Vera, it does not have the pocket built into the top seam, but it is a finished edge. You can see the double stitching around the top edge, so I do like that. It is a finished bag to me. And the straps, the handles, if you will, they end right here. So I would not use this for super heavy stuff, because I feel like over time that those handles, because they don't go all the way down, they're not tethered or anchored any further or reinforced. They're just sewn in right here at the top. So I feel like over time that could become a problem. I haven't had that happen. I'm just saying that those are things I think about for longevity of a bag like this versus the other kind that has it anchored all the way down the side, if that makes sense. It does have a Vera Bradley tag. It's like a faux leather tacked on right here at the top. So I would call that the front for no other reason. It has a snap closure, so it's a magnetic snap that Goes right together nicely. And inside it has, looks like 3 slips on the back. 1, 2, and 3 across the back. Very Vera Tote-like for both the small and the regular. And the front actually has 1 slip, and then it has 2 pen slots next to it. So like a wide pen slot and a regular pen slot. So that's kind of nice option actually. I kind of like that. But you can see the base of the bag is still a very good size tote. Kind of simple, but I love it just for the way it is. And strap drop is a nice, well, again, very, very similar to the small Vera. I think just slightly smaller perhaps, I don't know. I should have grabbed one to show side by side, but it does fold down nicely and can store flat, which is how I will store it, in fact. Okay, now the next item is the Mini Cosmetic. This one is a classic black microfiber. It has the micro diamond quilting, which is a little bit older style, if you will, but it's a newer version because look at the interior pattern. It's like a sketch, white with black florals. It has the scent strip in it and a tag, but it's just a plastic lined cosmetic, just normal cosmetic. I really love this size though, and I find that it's just perfect for just about any purse that I'm carrying. Obviously the tiny ones aside. The front pocket is zipper closure, but it is not lined. I mean, it's lined, but not plasticized. And then the main pocket is plasticized. I was looking at my stuff as the online outlet sale came up, and I realized even with all the little black things, I did not have one like this form, let alone this quilting. So I grabbed a little black one to add to my black and white stuff. And the same item, this time in a performance twill. This is Mayfair in Bloom. And this one is a more robust material. So it has macro diamond versus micro diamond quilting. So you see the really big ones and the really small ones versus regular diamond quilting. So you can see the size of them, the sort of small, medium, and large spacing on them. So I think that's nice. Just variety. But the performance twill is more robust, it is water resistant, and it is a little bit heavier weight. I think more durable overall. Hasn't been around long enough to really test it, but I think overall it'll be more durable. But I just love this pattern with that dark navy background and then these bright florals. I of course love the purples and blues. And on this I got pretty lucky with pattern placement. It's imperfect, but it's okay. I have a nice flower, I've got some purple, I've got some of the red, some of the blues, I got a little bit of the stems. It's not repeating pattern right on top of each other. It's hard on a small item not to get a little bit of a choppy piece. I feel pretty good about that. And then on the back, again, I got a different floral. I've got some of the stems with that flowers cut off, but I've got nice flowers variety. So there you go. The Performance Twill, of course, has those nice metallic looking zippers, but they're not those evil rough metal zippers. They just have this sophisticated look to them. You open it up and you can see a little bit of the interior pattern there. It's, again, navy with flowers, but different. Actually, you can also see that big flower on the front portion inside the pocket. Then open the main pocket, and the tag's a little bit caught in the zipper here, so it's not a zipper problem. It's a tag problem. Hang on. Sometimes it happens that the tags get all caught up with that string. I'm not going to move the zipper more. Well, wait. I want to untangle this. This is going to take some work because the tag is caught in the zipper. I'll show you the interior though on the next piece, because this little one, I have gotten the belt bag, so even that would fit in there, although I probably wouldn't use it. It's a little big for that. I also have the on the go crossbody, so perfect for that. And then I grabbed the Layflat Cosmetic. My mistake though on the size. This is great. This will be perfect to work with the backpack that I got, which you'll see in a moment. But it's very big. This is like the large cosmetic size, and I should have probably known that, but I haven't bought a Layflat Cosmetic in a while, and this is why I didn't think about it. I saw Layflat and I thought, you know, Performance Twill, And I thought back, this is older. This is Cornflower Blossoms. This is an older pattern. This was a Midtown. But I thought, you know, Midtown and Performance Twill is pretty close to the same thing, except Performance Twill is quilted. Anyways, this wasn't called Layflat. This was just called the Midtown Cosmetic. But look, it's a Layflat style and it has that configuration. So I didn't even think, I just saw Layflat Cosmetic, saw the same configuration and just sort of assumed it was this size, which is what I wanted, honestly. But this is great too. And this is actually better for travel, perhaps, whatnot, but it is quite large to use for an everyday purse, which is what I bought it for, was that, yeah. Anyway, so my mistake, but good lesson nonetheless, and it is a beautiful piece. I mean, there you got, again, a different flower. You got some of the stems and leaves, and then the red. And again, you have the pocket on the front, so it could be quite choppy, but actually not too bad. And then on the back, I've got the beautiful flowers. It just shows a nice chunk of that pattern placement. So I feel quite lucky with that. And just like the mini cosmetic, this front pocket is unlined, and it doesn't even have, interestingly enough, because in the small one it did, but that interior pattern on that front wall, it doesn't have it for some reason. It is a wipeable nylon with the VB diamonds. I don't know if you can see those very well, but there you can see one right here. But yeah, it does have nice zippers again, and it has these ribbons for the zipper pulls. They're the ribbed, or whatever, it has a little ribbing to them. The main pocket is plastic lined on both sides, and it has these mesh zip-in compartments. So you can zip it around, and it is a double zipper actually on there. So I like to keep the zippers in the middle, but anyways, that's just me, my anal retentiveness. So both sides, so it's like half and half. So you got half of the bag here, and then half on the other side, and that mesh compartment zips open, and it's actually kind of deep. When you look at that right there, it's a good, you know, all the way up to my big knuckle there, and I have long fingers, so that's quite large. Very, very useful. Could be great for travel and whatnot, but again, I thought I was getting this size, which is smaller even than just that front pocket. So I could actually put this whole thing inside that front pocket, which is kind of funny to me because my bad. And the last item that I bought is in fact the extra large campus backpack in Mayfair and Bloom. So this again is Performance Twill. And when I hold this one, let's look at a couple things first of all. We'll look at all of that and we'll compare it to this. So going back to the campus or essential large backpack versus the extra large campus, I mean, look at that. They're roughly the same height. They're roughly the same width. And if you look at the thickness of them, they're roughly the same. This one has an extra compartment, but they are quite similar. They both have a straight zipper. They have a curved upper. They have that upper zipper compartment. This one goes all the way down though. This one's only the top pocket. They both have a main compartment and a laptop compartment. This one just has an extra compartment in between the two. So they are quite similar, even the sides. But they are not the same. So let's look at this one for just a moment. It's got those fancy zippers with the zipper pulls. And inside, again, you can see that interior pattern coordinates quite nicely with the exterior. It's just smaller flowers, very geometric, quite really lovely. And just like the other one, this one zips all the way up and around so you can really get down into that pocket, and there you can see that interior pattern and how nice it is with the exterior. So even though it's a dark background, it's not a deep dark pocket because those flowers just really light it up. You can really see in there. This configuration is a lot more extensive. It has a clear view ID window, and then it has 2 slips behind that. And then it has another slip on this half, a smaller slip, and then 3 pen slots right there in the middle. And once again, just like the other one, it does have a gusset to it. Now this one is just slightly smaller, so maybe 1.5 fingers versus 2 fingers, and it's not an obvious, super obvious separation, but you can see the seam right here. So yeah, actually 2 fingers. There you go. And zip this up and over, all these zippers everywhere. And then this pocket, this is your hidden pocket, and this one zips across. It's sort of set back here, And this one goes all the way to the bottom of the bag. So this is a great place to put something flat, like a folder or a planner or something like that, or your iPad maybe, something, a tablet. And then the side pockets, just the same, nice elastic, robust size. It has a top carry handle. This one is not quilted, it's actually a woven strap. Is more like a cotton weave versus a seatbelt strap. And then it has a faux leather tab kind of sewn around the back edge. So it really is a good feel when you grab a hold of it. The straps on this one are the same ergonomic shape, but they have some extras that backpack didn't have. It has a chest strap, for example. So you can use that or not use that. It's totally up to you. Oy, doesn't want to come off. So it clips off and clips on. And this is adjustable. If you can see here, it has these rails, if you will. And so you can adjust that strap quite a ways, you know, so depending on where it fits you nicely. And then of course you can adjust it laterally. So if you're a big person like me, you still can fit that to you accordingly. Or not, it's whatever you prefer. So you've got that. You also have a lot of adjustability on the straps themselves. They're pretty comfortable. This backing is also padded and has some quilting like the other one. It's not an X, it's vertical channels in this case. You can kind of see there the vertical stitching. So you have a few channels where air can get down in there. This fabric might sweat a little bit more than the cotton against your skin, I think, or against your back, because it's just less breathable overall. You know, that's just my opinion. But this one also has a very robust trolley sleeve on it. So that is a nice feature when you're going to travel, especially when you could really weigh this bag down. So this is a great second for travel in that regard, although it is slightly heavier than the same bag in a cotton, just for what that's worth. There is an extra pocket here that isn't on the other backpack, so you have a side pocket. This is a great place to put a wallet or something, because it goes from this line right here all the way down to here. So it's like that middle third of the bag. My whole hand is spread out like this inside that pocket. It goes all the way across. So it is quite a big pocket actually, and a nice little side zipper. So it's a great place to put your wallet where it's against your body and not so obvious for someone to come if they're trying to steal your stuff or whatever. All right, so now back to the main pocket. So I mentioned before that it has two main sections and the computer section. Let's start with the back in this case. So this one is a double zipper. It zips around the top edge, and then inside you have your padded laptop compartment. It is a nice robust padding front and back. I like that it's a double zipper, and there you go. Then you have the middle compartment, which is the main, if you will. And in this one, you have some organization. You have two mesh elastic slips up there, and then right in front of it, you have a nice big wide slip pocket. Now, these mesh ones go to right here where my finger is. They go about halfway down the bag, quite nice. They're good size. And then this pocket itself, you can see that this one is kind of like the other. You can see there's that laptop compartment, the main section, and then that front section up here. You see that a little bit. Here's the seam, so it kind of rolls around. But this section is kind of divided, and this back portion is, I think, the bigger of the two. It goes right here. So not quite half, it's like 2/3 maybe. But it's quite a large section. And then if you open up the next section, the front of the two mains, it doesn't have any organization, but is also, I would say in this case, almost half and half. So I said the other one was, actually I think in this case the front one is the bigger of the two mains. So there's my finger to finger. So the front one is actually slightly bigger, and then there's the bottom. So those two, and then there. Almost half and half, but a little bigger in the front. Anyways, the point is two main sections. In between, you have a double layer. I mean, it's a flimsy in between, but you have a double layer of the performance twill lining. So it's a little bit more robust. In the regular one, it's just a cotton layer. In this case, it's a little bit more robust. But it's a big backpack. So you're definitely going to hold a lot of stuff in here. I like these a lot, because I'd rather have a backpack that can carry more than I need versus not carry enough. These are great for school with lots of books, great for travel, etc. And since it's performance twill, it's also, like I said, water resistant. So if you can handle a little bit of extra weight, and I mean just a little bit, it is worthwhile. This one has a plate for the Vera Bradley tag, which is, I think, definitely elevated. I just think performance twill on the whole can be a little bit more elevated look and feel and more durable. Now let's look at these little pieces, how I might use them, for example. So you have this front pocket. The Midtown Cosmetic, which again doesn't match this case, is what I thought I was gathering, but nonetheless, it fits nicely in this front pouch, no problem. So as long as I didn't have this seriously bulked out. But also this mini cosmetic fits beautifully right inside there. So that to me is a great place for something like that, or for your wallet, because it's a nice wide opening. You can put really a lot of different things in there. This larger Layflat Cosmetic, let's see. I don't know that I would put it in here because I could really fill this thing up. But let's see, for just the sake of discussion. Sure enough, it fits quite nicely in that front pocket there. So I could zip that right in there. Obviously not if this was super bulked, but this is a bigger pocket than you might think, and quite nice. Of course, you could put it in this pocket or any of the 2 or 3 main pockets as well. So still a very usable piece. This would go great with a duffel or some of the other larger travel bags as well, the Weekender, the Grand Traveler, stuff like that. So that is my online outlet sale haul. Hope you're doing well. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.